We have passed the halfway mark. We're into the second half of the episode. Barcelona Catalunya awaits us, but a quick update on the points before doing so. I would say there's about 7, 8 cars in contention at the current moment. Arguably, you could say that everybody's still in contention because all but 4 cars in the field are within 19 points of the championship lead, but currently Tony Jordan and Barbara are tied in points because while Barbara has a win and a second place finish, she actually did pretty poorly at Suzuka due to her starting grid spot. But those two are tied at 47. Logan, who's been relatively quietly consistent, is third in points, 1 back from them, and Isabel has 42 points in fourth. Goldie Shinozuka has 41 and a half, and is fifth in points. And then the last two that are really competitive are a pair of Southern Speedco drivers, Derek De La Cruz at 39, Roxanne Reyes at 37. Only 10 back from the points leaders. That's kind of where I would sort of draw the line at for, are you still like a championship favorite? Obviously anything can happen still at this point, but those are the ones to keep an eye on because they've had good consistent finishes for the first half. We are away and four-wheel drive advantage. Diamante will accelerate a lot. Actually, Isabel, yeah, it might just be a 1-2-3 lockout for all-wheel drive. Nope. Isabel will outbrake Watanabe for third.
And as everyone knows, the Mustang is famously not four-wheel drive. That's not even that's not a Mustang.
We don't count that. Yeah, the only Mach-E we count is the one with the last name Nishikino, and she's not in this race, so that's irrelevant. But even still, starting where she did puts Isabel in a decent spot, although it also puts Barbara in a decent spot. So that kind of gets nullified. Tony Jordan is right in the middle of everything. And Mikoto Mitsurugi is the POV driver 3 wide with one of her teammates, nearly pushing Nat off the racetrack, but we survived. With Jordan stuck in the middle and you stuck even lower with damage, which came from Tony Jordan at that, Barbara's looking pretty good right now. The fact that Logan isn't commenting at all on this is mildly concerning. It either means he doesn't have a comment or he's seething. Something aggressive driver.
I wish I had a third hand so I could stick it out the window and tell her she's number one.
Probably already thinks she is.
Yeah, I definitely said some things over the radio about her to Inferno, some words that I should probably not repeat on live air, or tape recorded air.
Or just air. And Barbara looks like she's gonna get 3 passes on one straightaway. That's the most Barbara thing I think I've ever seen right there. Got ahead of Isabel on exit, Buck on the way down the straight, and outdid Diamante through 1, 2, and 3 to move from 4th to 1st. And we're only through a lap and a quarter here. Barbara's finally on the same form that she showed back in Season 2 and most of Season 3. But I've said multiple times that ever since she failed to defend her Season 3 championship and then also failed to capture, I think it was the Clubman Cup or Premium Sports Lounge where she was in close contention. One of the two. Might have even been the Sunday Cup. She could have probably been competing for any one of those three, conceivably. But she came up short in one of them and has not looked the same since. But all of a sudden, here we are in the World Circuit Tours, and she has been almost unstoppable, except for Suzuka, where she was very stoppable. And only got 13th place, I think it was. She scored 8 points. But everybody's had at least one off race up to this point, except for Logan, but he's yet to have a really on race. He hasn't had a podium yet. He's just kind of vibed. And this is gonna hurt him.
Vibing. I figure if I could just aim for a top 10 in every single race, eventually the consistency will kick in.
Well, that'll help. Reyes.
Ooh, shiny.
And that black runs into the back of Reyes. I'm gonna guess probably at turn 10. So that's 2 places for you. We got miniaturized pack racing through turn 3. Holy
shit! Okay.
She saw the space and she put the Supra into it.
Yeah, just be glad it's not 2 silver Mercedes. Hey, where's
We've
the
only
nearest
got
Red Bull
one
car?
here and it's running 15th.
Hey, where's the nearest Red Bull car?
I don't think we have any.
Wow! Let's talk marketing about that.
Hello, I am marketing. Look, what a time to cut back in. I almost just forget how to English again. Mitsurugi's showing that Supra is very much better at in the last sector of the track, but V8 diff.
Yeah. Horsepower say fuck you.
Isabel
Oh boy!
gets ahead of Buck at turn 1 as well, so that's very big for her points, just in general. At least try to mitigate some damage that Barbara is about to do with this race. Even if she doesn't win, she's going to beat everybody else who's close to her, because Mitsurugi is kind of a non-entity. She's down 14th in points. Even if she won this race and Barbara got last, she'd only have a 2-point lead over her. So, Mikoto is just doing this either to try and... I don't know, obviously she's trying to win the race, no shit, but I can't even say she's trying to take points away from anybody, because, well, Shinozuka is kind of in the points fight. She's not in the top 8. Probably not even in the top 10.
She's just mathematically in it.
Yeah, she's currently 19th. She was in a good spot before the race began, but, you know, you need to be in a good spot after it, not before it. See what the Supra can do in the slow corners. And even the high-speed turns, obviously the Supra is just going to be better at anything that you would call a corner. Barbara's going to force Mitsurugi the long way around. Challenge accepted! Shame it's going to achieve nothing in the long term.
Yeah, because the pass was made for about 5 seconds, but here comes the Corvette. Should have bought it.
Not actually going to get it here. Oh, she's going to outbrake Mitsurugi. Now she's down the inside. Still not ahead, though. Mikoto survives. That might be the win right there if she doesn't make any mistakes from here. Unless Barbara's got something devious in mind.
Barbara, devious.
Yeah, who am I kidding? Beat Barbara's probably last shot for a bit. She's gonna lose time in the last sector, but she's nowhere near a dive bomb. Then again, if she can just at least stay close, she'll gain like at least a whole second and a half just by taking the front straightaway. We're not done here yet, I don't think. It might seem like we're done here, but I don't think we're done here. Going forward with car number 55, he engages in hot pursuit.
Yes, speedometer teleports to 160.
Yep.
Oh, inside. Not quite clear.
The 60's braking technology helps.
Back to the inside.
1, 2, and 3 kind of does a crossover attack for you just because of the shape of the turn. They're still too wide.
Hairpin. Clear. Crossover. Nope.
Cancelled. Fred and Nichols, every time you've seen Barbara Page fight for the win against a Team Cassiopeia member in a Toyota, I would have 2 nickels. Which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it's happened twice. Maybe this time Barbara will get the leg up. She was defeated by Suzuka at Bathurst, but if she can just hang on in the final handful of turns, she might be able to claim a second consecutive race win off of this. Tsurugi doesn't even bother attempting to dive at turn 10. They both understand the objective. Tsurugi knows that she's going to make her pass probably at the final turn using her mechanical grip. Barbara just knows she has to make sure that don't happen.
Here we go, final corner, around the outside!
Again! Again!
Will there be a drag race? Not really.
Maybe if we use the F1 starting line, but no. Instead, Barbara will be defeated once again by a Toyota.
We will not have a Suzuka incident. Well, a repeat of the Suzuka incident.
No. It's going to be another podium for Isabelle, so she's still putting together a quiet championship despite a mediocre run at Le Mans. Distant podium at that. She's pretty well clear of Diamante, who just kind of led the train of all-wheel drive beneficiaries. I think we only had 7 cars get through the race without damage, Suzuka being the last of them. So, not the best racing standards I've ever seen from our crew here, especially since Barcelona is not exactly a... It's not Monza, I'll say that much. This isn't
Oh god, yeah, no.
This isn't exactly, I would think, a difficult track to keep it clean at, and yet 2/3 of the field failed. You were guaranteed a top 10 by simply not getting damage to your car.
Objective, survive, optional.
And as we, 4 races through, 2/3 of the way done, and now Barbara has a 6-point advantage over Isabelle, 8 over you, Logan, and 14.5 over Antonia Diamante, and then 16 over the one who just won the race, Kota Mitsurugi. Toni Jordan did not get anything done here. She gets 19th. That'll knock her right out of contention for this one. And nobody else is ever really in the picture to begin with, so... Off we fuck to the North Americas. The penultimate round does not take us to Laguna Seca, but it does take us to North America, at least. That's your cue, Logan.
Yeah, sorry, I had to take a bite of snack. Welcome to the official Demon Sport testing facility at Michelin Raceway Road, Atlanta.
Yeah, we need to work on like an acronym for that or something, because that's way too many words. Fuck that. we are away from the racetrack without a cool acronym, and once again, Isabel with the starting grid block. Some would say that's also probably how she won her first 2 championships. That's probably not hurting, but you do have to stay there. That is part of the equation. You can start there all you want, but if you can't stay there, it doesn't matter. And she doesn't really have much advantage, considering a lot of the cars behind her are also, you know, in the championship hunt to some degree or another. How did I close out of that? Including the points leader being now 5th if she gets ahead of Yo, almost 4th if she had a look at Jordan. And sure enough, at the something testing facility, one of that team's drivers is the POV car in the form of Buck Angelos. If you can see his car past the fucking headlights. Contact? Interesting there, Nat. Are you sure? I was making a joke about her spotter, and I was like, wait, she doesn't have one. Only your team really does the whole spotter strategy.
Yeah, especially at this track of all things.
I didn't even hear Buck sound the horn, so either he didn't notice, didn't care, or just had better or bigger things on his mind. As Jordan almost pinched him into the grass on the front straight there. Going into the top 5, we're a lap and change into the race. Kotori is the odd one out. She's like the only one in the top 5 right now that... Never mind, Buck is in the top 5. Suddenly having passed Barbara, that's a surprise.
Oh, hang on, that fight ain't over.
No, down the inside. Oh boy.
Hit the curb.
Hit the curb plus understeer, yeah. Just being in the boat.
This is interesting.
Now she's got a huge run on Mitsurugi. She's gonna have to switch sides with her on the straightaway.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah.
Brother, she ran over a
Giant
curb.
squirrel over in that sand trap over there.
If I didn't know any better, and sometimes I'm not sure I do know better, I would think that was championship manipulation.
No. Because honestly, I was not paying attention to the standings at all, and I saw with 0 podiums and a 9th place finish, I was not even close to being in it.
2 9th place finishes in a row, actually.
Okay, yeah, see?
Right, no, you absolutely were in the running. You were only like a couple back. You were 6 back from Barbara. No, 8 back. Isabel was 6 back. And that gets completely flipped with that. We're not going to gain much on Isabel from here, but Isabel herself is going to take a very obvious points lead as things stand.
Honestly, I would not put it past Buck to do the funny, not to help me, but to help Isabel.
Or because he's pissed that he got slightly bumped out of the way.
Everything could be true all at once for all we know. I don't know what goes on in that head.
Does he? Does he know? Well, it was very clearly intentional, regardless of reasons. That was an aimed attack. He broke way late for an R32, and he never even sat on the racing line. He just pointed the R32 straight at that Corvette. I'd be really curious to see how a rivalry between Barbara and anybody would work, because Barbara is so passive.
Yeah, a lot of times he was in any sort of rivalry that I can think off the top of my head was with fucking Kate when they first.
Ah, shit, here we go again. And this time I don't think Noir is gonna be so charitable to help. We skip back to present day, and well, I think that eliminates the idea of him trying to help Isabel win if he's trying to pass her.
Well, the two things can happen at the same time. Cause her to get a decent point swing at Barbara, but Buck still gets the glory of victory.
I'm still kind of leaning towards Buck just did it because he was pissed.
Yeah.
Maybe, I think, and I don't really think Buck has the forethought to be like, oh, that also had this effect. It's like, no. He saw red, he saw Corvette, and then he saw a damaged Corvette. I don't think there's anything more to it.
Yeah,
Isabel actually slid.
His IQ.
Yeah. His IQ is you just take one of the numbers out, one of the 6s out of his car number. And they still fight down the back straightaway into the chicane. Isabel's gonna get clear on the way out. Never mind, Buck keeps his nose there. That is awkward. Is Buck finally clear? Yes, he is, and he moves over to confirm. And here comes Kotori to get involved again. She's been up there the whole time, but she's just been kind of an observer. Probably the safest place to be when Buck Angelos is fighting for a win, to be fair.
To be fair, if there's anyone I would know Buck would not intentionally wreck or intentionally rough up in any way, it is Isabel. I wouldn't even kill that guy. Even though he does all that, he still has no chance in hell.
Or out of hell, for that matter.
Yeah.
I think, if I remember right, I think Isabel is 5 foot leaning towards women, so...
Also, it's Buck at the end of the day.
Yeah, that's the kind of man that turns a woman gay.
I will tell him that. Oh!
Jesus, you two. Kotori wants to get after the win, but she has to get out ahead of Isabel first. Isabel's like, no, these are my points!
Doesn't Isabel have a giant sticker of KOTORI on that car?
Yes.
Ah! Has anyone ever asked her what goes through her head whenever she passes a car that has a picture of her face on it?
I think Kotori just thinks it's funny. But doesn't really pay much attention to it because she has seen other fans with much bigger merchandise shrines than a sticker.
Valid.
And a lap and a half to go. We'll see if Kotori's got anything to throw at that skyline, but it's going to be difficult because he's able to get really good exits out of this hairpin and the chicane with four-wheel drive advantage, even with his front aero damage. I don't think Isabel has anything to throw at Kotori. The Alfa Romeo actually has more straight line speed than the Mustang, believe it or not. So just down to if Kotori can get something up. Wow.
Isabel? Izzy? Belle? You okay?
Clearly the fuck not. Funny is that won't even hurt him very much, I don't think. Okay, never mind. There were more cars with no damage than I thought. They're gonna end up behind Barbara because of that, I think.
Heartbreaking. Because I think they'll put her at, what, 8 behind Barbara going to the last race?
Yeah. Well, self-inflicted. Towards to feel too much sympathy. She just needs to Simply brake earlier, Sixhead. And so Buck will be completely alone. Probably the best place for him to be. Mitsurugi is not really that close, and she's got one of her buddies behind her. In the chaos, you move up to another 4th place finish.
And it's been a while since this has happened, but off the final corner, a Demon Sport driver will win at the official test track.
Or just in general, they don't really get too many wins, and the ones they do get, usually have something to do with attrition, it seems like. We look back to the qualifier races that got you and Buck here. You were the only car at Monza who didn't get any damage ever, and Buck got to 2nd by literally swatting Mika Harris off the road. And I'm not going to say it wasn't deserved, but it is a fact of the matter.
Did we ever find out what happened to the cameras at Monza during that race?
No.
Alright.
Just they were just never submitted. Either the replays themselves were never submitted, or they just didn't catch anything, or they just were never there in the first place. Which I don't think that's it. But yeah, we head into the final race with I'd say 5 cars in contention. Barbara remains the points leader following that error from Isabelle. You are only 2 back from her with finishes of 4th, 4th, 9th, 9th, 4th.
Consistency 1000.
Isabelle 3rd, yeah, 8 back from Barbara, but still kind of in. She is also tied with Mikoto Mitsurugi at 69 points. And of all people, Tony Jordan is at 67 points, so it's just too appropriate. 10 back from Barbara. The next one down from there is Diamante, who is 13.5 back. That would require a small miracle for her to be in the conversation. A small miracle or like a 9-car pile-up, and I don't think either one is particularly likely. Interlagos is the finale. Yeah, let's watch the final battle between a girl with pigtails, and Logan Cool. Decide who wins the championship. Also, Mitsurugi is in the picture. Her auspiciously purple hair, very clearly not natural. We are away from Sao Paulo. Things are slightly skewed in Isabelle's favor based off the starting grid, being that she starts 5th and has a chance to be in 4th on the way out of the Senna S's here. She has to get ahead of the car she's literally tied with in points in the form of Mikoto Mitsurugi, and it looks like she will do that. See if she can get Mikoto's teammate. Doesn't look like it though. She's gonna try, but no. Instead, Kotori might actually get ahead of Mitsurugi. For a second, yes, but not long term. There is Barbara already up to 12. She started very low on the grid and just had a very strong start. She understands the assignment, I suppose. And Goldie Shinozuka is the POV car for this championship finale. Outbraking Barbara with the ease on the way into the first of basically 4 hairpins.
Yeah. Realistically, Barbara has, I believe, the easiest chance to win the title. All she has to do is not suck and don't crash.
Yeah, I think if she just manages to not crash her car's natural pace and the natural attrition of any given Challenge Series race will probably give her the points she needs to get back up over you. Although technically, as it stands at this exact moment, you would get her by, like, 2.
Yeah, I just need to make sure somebody finishes in between us. Well, 2 cars in between us because I don't have a tiebreaker.
Yeah, no, because you ain't got no wins, Lieutenant Dan.
No.
Barbara goes down the inside of Taylor at turn 1. Slightly elbows out. You might see a slightly more aggressive side of Barbara in this race, seen as it is for a championship, and it would be her first in almost 2 years. But for every driver, who's gone through a long drought, there's another driver who's never gotten one in the first place, as Nat Black slips into the lead over Yo Watanabe. This technically benefits Mikoto, but in a very roundabout way. But I don't really know how much defense can be played from here, or how much it would really help Mitsurugi, not when Isabelle is ahead of her in points, and Barbara doesn't have enough cars in between her and Mikoto for it to matter. Actually, as it stands right now, she would have you on points, so she gets ahead of Ryza. Never fucking mind.
What the fuck, Ryza?
Ultra super late braking technique! Surprised to see that pass on Jordan done so cleanly by the Hellcat driver. Oh boy. Keep it on.
That's why.
Keep it in a straight line, wise ass.
You can't get payback if you're struggling to keep it straight normally.
Mitsurugi will go down the inside of Jordan. Actually, I don't know, Shinozuka is just straight up letting her team owner pass, I think that was. If you're struggling for grip, don't get in your team owner's way when your team owner is trying to win a cup. Jesus Christ! Marshals, get the yellow flag ready. I feel like one way or the other, Mitsurugi's causing it. She continues to fight Tony Jordan. Without contact thus far, which is still surprising to me. Maybe Shinozuka has a head on her shoulders. Oh! Jordan doesn't give a fuck though and nearly dumped Shinozuka at turn 5.
Oh!
And this is notably right in front of you, a championship contender. Bumper to the back of the 145 as a result. And she'll fucking do it again. Which I don't think I need to tell you, that will take Tony Jordan out of contention. She was barely in it, 10 points back from Barbara, but now she's super out of contention as she has drawn the ire of Shinozuka for how many time, who knows how many times that's happened now, but this one will cost her. Isabelle is doing everything in her power, and she's got 5 places on you, but that's not enough to even pass you in points. She's, I think, 6 back from you, so...
Yeah, as of right now, if the race ended, it would be Barbara by 1.
Well, hold that thought, because now Isabelle just got into first place ahead of Nat as we spoke. And that would tie her with you.
Yep.
And she would have a win, so she would get it over you. And she would tie with Barbara. If the race ended right now, it would be a 3-way tie, and it would, I think, go to Isabelle because she won this race, and she has a 2nd and 3rd place finish. Which Barbara has 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Okay, it would go to Barbara, so... Effectively, Barbara needs only to sit here, as far as I'm concerned. And she's done the fucking opposite of that.
Championship implication. Does she 1960s braking technology herself?
Probably. Either that, or it's a big accordion attack caused by Yo up there. Oh yeah, that's kind of what it is. It's both. A newer car could probably swing to the left at the last second, but in a thing like this, you do kind of have to commit to where you're pointed when you get on the brakes. As you put the bumper to the back of the 128 to get by her, knowing the cup's on the line, but not knowing that Barber just took herself out of it, I'm assuming.
There we go.
So as it sits at this exact moment, you win the championship by a point. It is 6 between you and Isabel. If you do not let Yo or Derek Cruz, I don't know who the fuck that is, Riker. That's not the name on the screen. Yo's not a very fast car. She was literally like second last in points going into this final race. So her being in Derek's way is the best news you could probably hear in the headphones that I know you would have on in this race.
Yeah. Ooh, deja vu.
She might drive like a fucking jackass, but she's got some car control in her. I will say that. You kind of need some car control to drive something like this. Okay, now that one was on purpose. I saw the e-brake. That one was not. It's hard to tell, but the e-brake came up in the last hairpin, but not there. Fucking Schrodinger's oversteer. It's hard to tell whether the slide was on purpose or not, because this thing is pretty much always sliding. She outdrags Kotori to get into a podium spot. 2-3-5 for Cassiopeia, but no championship really in the cards with Isabel leading and you here. Oh, she actually took turn 3 without the car trying to die. Go figure. I go to Mustang 1-2.
The muscle 1-2-3.
And Shinozuka up to the back of her teammate.
Oh. Uh-oh.
There wasn't contact there, actually. Nat just kind of got out of the way.
Yeah, but that Mustang better start moving, because Isabel's got company coming. Where they're coming after her, coming towards the next outside wall.
Regardless of which it is, the outcome would be the same. Isabel loses the championship if the race ends now, or whether it ends before you get passed by somebody, which Yo is inadvertently doing a really good job of making sure that does not happen, ever. Derek seems to have no understanding of how to get by that Evo. And just to rub salt in the wound, it looks like this is going to be the pass for the lead for the Hellcat. With 1 lap to go in the championship, Isabel's not even going to get the consolation prize of victory at this rate. She gets back down the inside. They're going to fight through 1-2-3. And Shinozuka will probably slide out again.
Crossover attack?
She drifted into a crossover attack. There are basically only headlights in the camera view now, but back down the inside. Once again, in the background, Kotori just sent it on Nat Black. See both battles on the screen at the same time, but neither overtake attempt went anywhere. Again down the inside for Isabel. This time she does a slide job. Obviously, she has no idea that you're sitting in P6 with just enough points to beat her. But she doesn't care. Obviously, she wants to win either way. She's doing everything she can and maybe a little extra. basically touching door handles through the last hairpin. They're both a little sideways down Jun Sao.
Trying everything she can do so she can say she did everything when she comes up short. But here we go, up the hill, final time, side by side, forward, dodge, here they come, feel the thunder of those beings.
Including the Alpha. Alpha Male's got a V8 too. But Goldie Shinozuka will steal the victory from Isabelle. Not that it changes too much, because with your own 6th place finish...
We are the champions.
By exactly 2 points, Logan Cool is your World Circuit Tours champion with no podium finishes.
Alright, y'all, we're celebrating at the nearest Hooters.
2 points over Isabelle, 5 over Mikoto, 10 over Nat Black. Barbara actually just like fell apart. She comes in dead last because she and Ryza were the only 2 cars who got damage in that whole race. Except for like Tony Jordan, and I guess she just had less or something. Or she just drove her ass off afterwards, that's also possible. Derek Del Cruz at 75, Tony Jordan at 74, Kotori at 73. Hilariously, there's exactly 1 tie in the final standings. Antonia Diamante and Goldie Shinozuka tied at 67.5 points.
I wonder where that's from.
I don't know, man. Buck at 62, Roxanne Reyes at 61, Alice Timefield at 57, Shiro Suzuka at 55, Ryza and Kit... Okay, never mind. Ryza and Kit Taylor are also tied at 51. I didn't even see that. Yo at 44, Tyler at 43, Thrasher at 34, and last in points is Daiwa Akari, who never managed a finish outside of the top 14. Found the Pretender. The only drivers who have had championships this season are the ones top 3 in points in this championship. You, Isabelle, and Mikoto.
Don't worry. I'm pretty sure we'll get a new champion somewhere later in the year.
There's only one more championship left to go, my guy.
Hey, who knows?
Yeah, we have the Challenge Series World Championship, and then we have the big-ass grand finale that we're still trying to iron out all of the kinks for.
Yeah, I'm still trying to receive the quotes back from the caterer for the party after the final race.
It's gonna be a lot.